On a cold winter morning in 2023, a young man living in a small town stepped outside to check his mailbox. Snowflakes were falling slowly. Inside the box there was an old yellowed envelope. On it, a faded seal from the year 1945. In that moment, he knew this was no ordinary letter. The young man carefully opened it. Inside were a few pages written in shaky handwriting. It began, "Dear Mary." But Mary was no one he knew. That made him even more curious. The story reached back to the year 1945, the final months of World War II. A young British soldier sitting in a muddy trench, writing a letter with trembling hands. He didn't know if he would survive, but he had to write. "Mary, every time I close my eyes, I see you. When this war is over, I will return to you." The lines were filled with hope and longing. But in the middle, there was a strange sentence. "Your grandson will one day read these words." In those days, he didn't even have a child, so how could he speak of a grandson? After being sent mooring, the letter vanished. It never reached Mary, and it never came back. For 78 years, its whereabouts were unknown, until today. The young man looked at the signature. The name felt very familiar. He began searching, flipping through old family photographs, and finally, he discovered the truth. The man who wrote the letter was his grandfather. Mary was his grandfather's first love. No one in the family had ever spoken of this story. The war had torn them apart. The young man had the letter framed and hung it on his wall. Every time he looked at it, he saw not just a love story, but emotions that even time could not erase. Some stories are lost to the dusty pages of history, but some, even after 78 years, still find their way